What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time, and today is a debut and just a single song today. This is the game Dragonseeds, and the song is called Battle in Pablos from the channel Lares, requested by Vanadel. What does it say here? Breed beast for battle using memory card data from any PlayStation game. What? Oh, that's cool. Well, the side of the game is nostalgic. I love seeing that, PlayStation logo on the side, but I've never even heard of this game whatsoever. And there's no other request for it, so this is the sole request for it. Oh, also says right here, released 1998. Composers Kenichi Arakawa and Ryo Yamazaki. Okay. This has fly on the wall written all over it. This is Battle in Pablos from Dragonseeds. Let's go. I don't know how to explain this, but it sounds like tutorial music for like changing a spark plug or something. I don't know how else to explain it. Like really turned down and just like a mechanic camera, Also has a little bit of like a main menu kind of feel. Guitars know what they're doing. Yeah. See if I can find any info on this game. Dragonseeds. Never heard of it. Find any info on it. Composer wise, damn. Oh, it's one word, Dragonseeds. Alright, I have the wiki pulled up. I mean, it definitely sounds like mid-90s. This kind of guitar playing reminds me of Joe Satriani, if you're familiar with him. Very instantly recognizable, bald hair, sunglasses. Wasn't always bald though. Yeah. Very similar to his playstyle actually. That's why I was trying to find out who the guitarist was. Yeah, so in the subtext, it straight up says breed beast for battle using memory card data from any PlayStation game. That's pretty cool. They had to like put that there so people would be inclined to try it out. If it was called Dragonseeds, you would have no idea what it is. That's cool. Well, the idea is cool. I love the sound of like the late 90s. It's so cool. Also, to go on that whole tutorial note, it's got to be a VHS specifically. This is definitely VHS tutorial vibes. Tapping. Okay. So first thing, before I forget, if you're interested in more music like this, check out a song called Surfing with the Alien by Joe Satriani. I actually recommend the live versions. He has amazing live videos. They're all like crazy DVD quality, and yeah. Okay, so this was, so when I read the title, which is just one word, Dragonseeds, one word, I did see this little tagline at the bottom where it says, breed beast for battle using memory card data from any PlayStation game. Immediately my brain went into this kind of thinking mode of, I feel like I've seen or heard of games that do something like this, where they're sort of like interacting with something kind of fourth wall breaking, and I can't think of any examples, but I know it exists. The first thing that comes to mind is like the eye toy, but that's, I don't know if that really counts. Maybe, I guess, you know, like a webcam kind of game. I'm trying to think what else has done something like this. I know it exists, but it's rare, and I don't even know what the genre would be classified under. But just that alone is pretty cool. It's very novelty, right? It's like it may or may not have its own individual lore or story. You know, I doubt it, maybe, if it creates something based on what you make. I want to see, like, footage of this particularly. But it just seems like it may just be straight up, like, make them fight. And maybe it was kind of going off of the Pokemon craze at the time. Which was, what, 98? Yeah, 98. That was, like, peak Pokemon craze. So maybe that's another thing too. I could have just been coining on it. Let me find out more about this, because this is like so interesting to me. It's a really, it's 90%, 96% of people like it, according to Google. All right, let me read this. I'm going to read here. Dragonseeds are released in Japan as Dragonseeds Saishu Shinka Kitai. Is a video game where the player must clone a dragon and train it to fight. The player gets to choose from 5 basic dragon types and 2 secret dragons. The game also allows the player to receive extra dragons through the saves files of certain games, if the memory card is placed at the second slot. The game also allows a 2-player mode, where each player can battle each other with their own dragons. Whoa. Okay, well, that's kind of conflicting information here. It says using memory card data from any PlayStation game, and the wiki says certain games. So let me know which one. Premise of the game is to raise a dragon and have it participate in battle. After acquiring higher enough stats, the dragons evolve into more powerful forms. There's elements. It seems like there may not be... Oh, there's a story. I was about to say, I don't think there's a story. But I think the premise is just raise dragons, fight them. That could be. But let me know. Musically, I mean, it was very much a staple of its time that mid to late '90s sound. I think of like the Power Rangers theme, Bill Nye the Science Guy, and whatever was on Nickelodeon. Like, it just seems like it's it's kind of like shreddy, almost. It's almost ambient in a way. I can't even explain it. I could almost hear this music like really turned down in like a dentist office or something. Like it's just kind of there. It was cool though. I'm a guitar player, so of course I'm just like listening to all the shredding stuff, and I just compared it to a master virtuoso guitar player. Joe Satriani is in the guitar world a huge name and someone who's been, way on top of their game and ahead of the time for decades now. You might have heard of the band Metallica. The lead guitarist Kirk Hammett was a student of Joe Satriani. So just to give you an idea, and many more, like Joe Satriani rules, and I feel like he inspired so much of us of this kind of sound. Honestly, him and Steve Vai, who you may also know from video games as one of the themes in Halo. I think it was Halo 2. So, small world. I think I'm more like interested in the premise of the game and like watching it, because I'm a big fan of stuff that's really not known. And by the sounds of it, this seems kind of really not known. The second Google result was a Reddit post saying, "Does anyone remember this game?" For example, this is uploaded in 2008 and has 19,000 views, which is good, but at the same time, kind of like nothing. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think it's really cool too, by the way, that it's really cool, honestly, that a lot of my platinum members, this was also a platinum member, excuse me, push up these games that like they grew up with, regardless of popularity, because it just kind of shows like how much they actually cared about video game music growing up, and maybe had no one to talk to about it or very few people. So I don't know. It's just like this wholesome thing when it's like they take their like hard-earned money to push a game from 1998 that probably no one's heard of, just so we can all hear the music. Like that's pretty special to me. But to me, it seems like very much a Pokemon hype thing. I don't want to like talk down on it, but we all know when something is super popular, there's a bunch of clones, especially Pokemon, especially even Pokemon gets clones to this day now. I'm not saying Pokemon was like the first monster like type of RPG, but it was the first big one here in the States. Maybe a second. I think there might have been another one, but obviously we can't deny like how big of a deal idea Pokemon was. But I do like the idea of this very niche genre of this kind of like using the peripheral as a genre. There's another game like that. It was on PS4. I think it was PS4. Was it PS5? I did a song for it. It's oh my god, what's it called? To Google. I did one song for it, and I didn't even know it was that until people told me in the comments. Astro's Playroom. I remembered as soon as I started typing. Astro's Playroom? Is that what it's called? Am I confusing with something? Yeah, Astro's Playroom. 2020. Is this on PS4 or PS5? PS5. Yeah, so I didn't know about this until I did a song for it, which was awesome, by the way. The comments told me that game is like using like the PS5's like features or something like that. Maybe the controller. Well, either way, what I'm saying, like this very niche genre of using the system, using like something with the player. It's cool. It's very creative and artistic, and probably one of the fewest, if I had to imagine, probably one of the fewest requests of genre I have in the whole channel. I don't know what else is like that. And I don't know if many people, like if you guys have ever played one of these types of games, regardless of how it is, let me know. And I have two examples that come to mind besides the iToy and I guess Astro's Playroom. I guess it's a four. There's two that come to mind, but this one a lot of people know, but it wasn't. It was a fourth wall breaking moment, but it wasn't a fourth wall type of game. That was Metal Gear Solid, obviously, with the Psycho Mantis reading your memory card. That like blew my mind as a kid. That's just one example, but it's not, the game. But there was another similar thing. I don't know if a lot of people knew about this. I only knew about this because I read it in a magazine. So I never played it, but I read it in a magazine. You guys remember magazines? And the magazine, I forgot what game it was, if you guys know. It was during the heyday of Need for Speed Underground. So Fast and Furious was popular, street racing was popular. So I want to say like early 2000s. I don't remember the game. But in that game, you could obviously race people online, and if you lost, you would lose the car from your memory card. Like it would, like in real life, you lose the pink slip of the car. And I thought that was just really cool. I don't know how well that was taken because I'm sure people got mad at that. But the idea was cool. When developers do things around the system and stuff, it's just, I don't know, it's really creative, and you don't hear about it too often. It's kind of risky to do, I would imagine. You have to make the game you want to make. And I feel like there's another game like this. I just can't think of it. I don't know. It's cool though. It got my mind going. Besides that, that was a nice trip down memory lane. I love seeing this logo. I love the PS1 era. I loved hearing songs that remind me of Joe Satriani. I'm a big fan of his. Let me know more about Dragonseeds. I don't know. The song sounded really cool. I don't know what battle in Pablo's. I mean, is that just a venue fight song? That's the only thing I can think of. Man. And it's rated T. Interesting. You think something like that would be rated E. I wonder why it's rated T. Let me know. Let me know whatever you want to tell me about Dragonseeds. If you've never heard of it, what you think. And if you have, you're probably really surprised this is here. But that's the magic of this channel, I guess. You just never know what's going to come on here. Thank you, Vanadel, on your custom request date, by the way. That's a new feature for Platinum members. I guess I don't like to promote, but it is new. It is new. Platinum members now have the option to schedule a day for their upload, and this is Vanadel's day. So cool. Thank you to the rest of my Patreon members that you see here. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. Peace.